Halo guys, selamat datang kembali lagi di Walneko. Oke, kita lanjut lagi memainkan game Final Fantasy 16 ya. Udah seminggu nih gua nggak upload ya. Karena ya sibuk pindah kos, sibuk pindah kerja, rapi-rapihin, nge-build setup lagi, gitulah guys. So di part kemarin kita sudah berhasil ini ya, mengalahkan Hugo Kapka yang sudah berubah jadi Titan. Bahkan di versi lebih apa ya sebutannya? Evolusi dari Titan ya, dia meresap apa yang namanya sih, menghisap aether atau mana ke dalam tubuhnya dan berubah jadi raksasa atau Titan sepenuhnya ya, yang dilapisi sama batu-batu gitu. Nah sekarang kita lanjut aja dari part kemarin ya. Kita setelah berhasil ngalahin Titan, terus juga ngeliat si Joshua yang udah ketemu si Dion, dan ada skin yang membuat jijik ya, yaitu adegan si Dion berciuman dengan wakilnya. aneh anjir, bahkan game-game Jepang pun sudah mulai disisipi gini ya. LGBT everywhere guys, but ya semoga itu tidak menghentikan kalian untuk menonton itu ya, karena ceritanya cukup bagus ya. Kecuali ada gitu-gituannya aja yang bikin jelek. Dan itulah kenapa gamenya di-banned di Arab Saudi. Udah deh, kita ke Highway. Kayaknya cutscene nih, ya kan? Oh enggak cutscene deh, ngobrol-ngobrol biasa. Oke, out of the shadow. Di luar dari bayangan. Kita bakal ngelapor ke Otto. Dan ini rupanya menjadi kabar bagus juga ya untuk orang-orang yang ada di Highway, sekaligus pembalasan dendam guys. Kan markas yang sebelumnya kan dihancurin tuh sama si Hugo Kapka tuh. Nah kita berhasil membalaskan dendam orang-orang yang ada di tempat persembunyian. Ih Jill, aduh sayang, kamu udah sehat sayang?
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once.
Hugo Kapka is no more. Hugo Kapka udah nggak ada lagi. Ya, bagaimana perasaan mereka ini?
All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place.
Para rekan-rekan ya kan yang telah meninggal waktu itu akan tersenyum.
I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you. I will.
So guys, minum dulu bentar. Kan ternyata kan si Hugo Kapka itu negara Delmeken kan bekerja sama dengan para royalis ya, yaitu negara dari Walut. Yang bahkan rajanya sendiri tahu bahwasanya diri kita ini adalah seorang mitos. Nah, hubungannya antara raja dari Walut terus hubungan Ultima apa gitu? Apakah cuma sekedar tahu aja atau memang bawahannya Ultima? Nah, dan terus kalau kita pengen tahu semua informasi yang terjadi hari ini, yang terjadi baru-baru ini, kita akan bertanya ke Vivian langsung.
The conquering hero returns.
And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Oh, cukup panjang ya, bahkan sampai ya gue cuma nggak nangkap banyak ya. Intinya mah apa ya, kita masih belum tahu kenapa para royalis atau kerajaan dari Walut ini mengkhianati si Hugo Kupka. Nah, terus juga tentang peperangan antara dua negara dan ya gitulah. Bahkan di di wilayahnya si Raja Barnabas yaitu Walut ini tuh lihat tanahnya udah semakin kemakan gitu ya. Itu. Nah, info dari tadi tuh kalau emang apa namanya ini Odin bakal bergerak ke sini guys, bakal kayaknya mau perang nih. Memang tinggal nunggu waktunya aja nih. Nah, ini kita masih ada 2 kristal lagi. Yang satu yang terbesar di wilayah Dominion, dan satu lagi di wilayah Walut. Nah, tas yang mana dulu yang kita hancurin nih? Wah, kayaknya kita udah mau mendekati akhir ya. Dan juga kita akan menyampaikan berita kepada teman-teman yang ada di Hideaway tentang kematian si Hugo Capka ya. Semoga ini bisa memberikan apa ya, bukan memberikan ya, menyembuhkan luka lama yang disebabkan sama si Hugo Capka itu. Gitu guys. Halo. Coba kita
Welcome home, Clive.
oh,
I was hoping
cuma
you'd
begitu
be back
doang dia.
soon.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Elektron, apakah kamu punya
What is
waktu?
it? I'm busy.
Apaan tuh? Gue sibuk.
I wanted to tell you that
Gue cuma bilang kalau si Hugo Capka udah mati.
I can't tell you.
Gue nggak bisa bilang udah berapa lama gue udah menunggu lu ngomong kayak gitu.
This is it then.
Kalau begitu ya udah gitulah. Ini apa namanya, awal yang baru di bawah seat yang baru katanya.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Oke. Kita udah ngasih tahu Black Throne, sekarang kita ngasih tahu si Karen.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself.
Waduh, taruh guys.
True what I'm hearing, then.
Ada yang error di
Nothing
laptop.
escapes you, Lady Karen. It's
Ini
true.
nongol mulu.
Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Oke. Kita udah ngasih tahu Karen. Nah, rupanya suaranya cukup bergetar ya setelah mengetahui informasi tersebut. Tapi gue mau ke Black Throne dulu deh. Kali ada yang bisa ditempa. Clive.
What's that for you, dear?
Nah, Greenstone. Oh, kita
Not bad.
crafting,
I do
kita
say so
equip.
myself.
Alhamdulillah.
Anything else?
Oke. Nice. Pedang batu ya. Tapi keren loh, warnanya hitam-hitam. Matching banget sama baju. Upgrade.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. Big baby.
Bocil-bocil Badung anjir.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell,
Nah, ini udah masuk ke topik utama nih.
Ultima,
Setelah Kupka jatuh, Ultima datang
I need to know
padaku.
what he is.
Aku ingin tahu apa
Have you
itu.
learned anything?
Apakah kamu pelajari sesuatu?
No. And not for want of trying.
Oh, belum ada. Dia belum
I have
pelajari
scoured
apapun.
nigh every historical tome in our collection and
Dia udah
found
mencari
nothing.
segala
Not
sesuatunya,
even the sort
tapi
of
nggak menemukan
conspicuous
apapun.
absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake. like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Jadi masih belum ada Ultima ya. Nah, bahwasannya akah yang kita temuin sebelumnya itu hanya sebagian kekuatannya dari Sultima atau emang si Ultimanya langsung. Tapi kan kita tahu ya, bahwasannya si Ultima itu kan disegel sama si Joshua di dalam tubuhnya. Time to see the man who hurt your mother and father is gone. I'm sure they're looking down on us. Warga-warganya udah pada senang ya.
I heard it from Otto's own lips.
Beritanya udah tersebar. Beritanya udah pada tersebar nih tentang kematian si Hugo Capka. Dan para orang-orang di sini sangat bersuka cita. Oke, sekarang bicara lagi sama Otto.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Udah berbasa-basi. Terus kita akan berbicara lagi dengan si Mid. Wait. Kita kesini dulu. Kita lihat ada apa nih.
Anything catch your eye?
Oh, ini quest.
Seen enough?
Banyak cuy.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Okay.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Dire Wolf Chest.
Here you are.
Oke, dapat aksesoris. Masih ada nih satu nih.
Best of luck out there,
Kita
Sid.
udah nyelesain side quest dulu. Kita periksa dulu gear apa yang kita dapat. Ini crash combo damage by 5%. Wow, nice. Itu probably damage ini. Nggak usah ini. Oke nih guys. Nah, handboardnya ada apa ya sekarang ya? Banyak cu. Ada ini the Nine of Knife, ada balang, ada Grim Malkin. Oh my god, banyak. Lah, kita ketemu sama si Mid dulu lah. Gimana sih dia? Mid. Oh, di workshop yang baru ya? Apakah udah jadi workshopnya? Ini kalau biasanya habis pertempuran besar nih, pasti apa namanya? Kita pasti nyantai dulu. Widih, workshopnya udah jadi coy. Belum ya? Pas gue pergi sama sekarang gue datang sama aja workshopnya, nggak ada berubah. Hello Mid, ketek, cakep banget orangnya.
Alright, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest finest ship the world has ever seen.
Buset.
The Enterprise.
Dia mau buat kapal coy. The
Me and my dad
Enterprise
designed it
namanya.
together.
Oh,
Where
dia
other
ngedesainnya
vessels
sama
rely on the
bapaknya.
fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor then?
Shit.
Probably best to take
Banyak
it one
banget
piece at a time.
permintaannya.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Iyalah, gua kalau disuruh buat itu sendiri mah bisa meledak pala kali. Untungnya disuruh cuma nyerahin desainnya ke si Blackthrone. Nah ini juga Blackthrone pasti terkaget-kaget, ya kan, dikasih desain beginian. Suruh buat mesin yang benar-benar gede, benar-benar rumit. Oke. Set. Si Mid pengen ngebuat kapal cuy yang bernama The Enterprise. Tapi apakah bakal di akhirnya bakal benar-benar tercipta nggak tuh kapal? Pengen lihat sih gue gimana jadinya sih. Halo Blackthrone, nih
Blackthorn.
ada desain dari Mid.
Ask a favor.
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Dia bilang deh, kamu akan tahu. Nih, gue kasih puyeng-puyeng dulu.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't
Oh,
be
udah
easy,
bisa
though.
ngebuatnya, tapi nggak
And I'll
mudah.
need help.
Oh, dan dia butuh
Get
bantuan.
Cavanato in here, will you?
All right.
Ya iyalah, disuruh bangun kapal anjay. Ya kagak bisa sendirian pasti. Nah, kita akan minta bantuan Otto sama si Sigap.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Oke. Kita udah berbicara sama Blackthrone, kita juga udah diskusi pembagian tugas ya. Terus kita ngomong dulu sama Blackthrone.
You going after the Stardust then, are you?
Oh,
Which one
kita
of these
disuruh
two
nyari
lucky souls is
item
going
yang
with
bernama
you?
Stardust. Siapa yang pengen gogap? Udah sering. Kita ajak Otto sekali-sekali.
Otto, you're with me.
All right then. Where do we find this stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Oke, Otto, ayo kita pergi ke wilayah Velcroy untuk mencari stardust, yaitu pasir hitam ya. Hitam. Nah, sini guys. Sambil menyewa ini porter atau yang bisa disebut ya apa ya, kuli lah, kuli untuk membawa barang lah. Kita balik lagi sini. Otto mana? Otto nggak ngikut kah dia si Otto? Udah biarin. Kita berdua sama Torgal aja sudah bagus. Di pinggiran sungai ya katanya. Naikin aja lah. Cukup bu.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Sini kan. Make for the river the south of Velcroy. Turun gimana turun? Coy, udah lama gak main, lupa gua. Gak bisa lagi pakai insting. Oh ini dia dapat. Aduh, Exxon cu. Dulu. Di mana? Oh ini dia Shoto.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area is our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Oke. Sekarang kita akan mencari stardust. Set. Di sungai sekecil ini ada aja ya bahan-bahan untuk membuat kapal segede gaban segede gitu ya. Keren. Nah, udah deket. Ini dia. Stardust.
So this is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Ya mungkin karena stardust ada di sini mungkin gara-gara air ini juga ya. Lihat airnya jernih, terus kayaknya mengandung ether juga. Nah, mungkin udah terakumulasi sama pasir-pasir di sini dengan airnya, jadi terciptalah stardust. Anjay. Oke, 2 mana lagi? Oh ini dia. 3 ke bawah masih ada. 4 masih ada kah? Udah nggak ada sih. Untuk ini dia 5. Ambil bego, jangan lompat.
That should be enough for now.
Oke, ini sudah cukup.
See how Otto's getting on.
Cek. Ngambil stardust segitu banyaknya cuma pakai tangan doang. Nih, gue udah dapat.
How much did you get?
Berapa banyak yang kau dapat? Cukup?
I hope.
Kurasa. Nih, kasih. Kasihnya enak banget, pakai tangan segenggam dong itu.
More than me.
Game logic. Oh.
Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush.
Kamu buat kemalu, kata
All I
siapa?
did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did.
Ya, jelas mereka saling berterima kasih lah. Ya, dengan si Clive yang membeban apa namanya, tugas si Sid yang lama dan Otto yang selalu support si Clive.
That time I was heading back, I reckon.
Nah, intinya
All this scrabbling about in the
saling
sand,
kerjasama
taking
dan
its
memahami
toll
itu
on the
adalah
old
hal yang manusiawi.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Oke, capcus. Kita udah dapat materialnya. Material Stardust. Sekarang kita balik ke rumah. Sini guys. Set.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Kita laporan deh ke Blackthorn dan semoga ini cukup ya. Ini coy, wih. Udah bawa apaan lu, Gap?
There you are. Blackthorn's got his precious stardust, in case you were wondering.
Oke, nih. Udah dapet Stardustnya nih, 2 karung.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
Anjay.
I'll make a
Gak
start
buruk
putting this
sekali-sekali
firm
keluar,
on playing
kata
together
Shota.
then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Quest complete. Set letting of steam 1 ya, I apa 1 ya, pokoknya gitulah. Berarti masih banyak dong questnya.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Oke, udah. Sekarang tinggal kita ngelapor ke Simit. Nih, ntar dia nyuruh apa lagi nih? Tapi semoga nggak nyuruh-nyuruh lagi ya. Aduh, gue malesin banget dah kalau pas di sini nih di wilayah Hathaway agak bisa lari, cok. Lama banget jalannya.
visitors started reading books that
lumayan ngabisin waktu. Nah, kita turun.
What if I don't come up with something soon?
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorns started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
But we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
What's her name? Siapa nama dia? Itu nama begitu amat.
Talk to her back there. You know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You just need to go and find them.
Nah, sekarang kita disuruh untuk ngebuat helmnya si kapal ini ya. Dan tapi kita diharuskan ngambil dari bagian reruntuhan. Untuk detail lengkapnya kita akan berbicara dengan asisten Simit, yaitu Helena, the engineer.
Sid, is this about the helm?
Oh, ini tentang helm.
Yes.
Ya,
Mid said I should
Mid
speak
bilang
with
gue harus bicara sama lu.
I'll show you the plans then.
Nah, gue tunjukin
Here
rencananya.
you see the mithril engine in
kamu
which
melihat
mithril
ini
is
ada
burned
mesin
to
mithril.
generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone
kok kagak
to
ngerti
achieve
nih.
this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy.
Intinya mah karena mesinnya panas, dia butuh sirkulasi udara atau pendingin gitu supaya panasnya keluar.
Above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor,
Iya, gue nggak ngerti anjay, terlalu teknis anjay penjelasan lu.
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Oke, siap. Ya intinya mah kita nyari bahan ya kan, nyari bahan di reruntuhan. Nah tapi sayangnya pas dia mau ngambil ke sana tuh si asistennya ada pengunjung yang tidak diinginkan, yang rupanya agak sedikit berbahaya. Gitu. Nah kita disuruh ya intinya cuma tukang pukul doang buat ngusir orang. Nah, sementara kita gebugin atau sebelum gebugin ya kita akan ketemu Mid dan beserta asistennya si Mid dan beserta timnya gitu. Lot mana coy? Jauh banget. Sini berarti. Salah. Di sini. Ya, oke, berarti di sini guys. Ada peti. Laut atas guys. Tangganya mana nih? Sini. Sini. Nah, udah benar jalannya. Jeng 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 jeng. Make Lobert pass. Hello. Nah, udah bisa kali pakai cokobo. Oke, nice.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Main cukup jauh ya. 200 meter lagi. Ini ganti ini ke Torgal. Wacah. Apa sih dendam? Oh iya, kotak. Udah, Raurus.
Time to fight.
Udah sampai kita di sini. Nah, ini dia.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over
Runtuhan
there,
ada di sebelah
as is the
sana.
creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Tenang aja. Makhluknya gue yang bakal ngurus.
I'll be right back.
Gue akan segera kembali. Lu semua tunggu di sini. Kalau urusan memukul, klip jagonya. Mana tuh monster?
Anybody home?
Waduh.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Wah, si unwanted visitor. Siapa sih namanya ini? Wow. Sah. Ih, anjir.
This one. Let's try.
Tidak kena. Lo. Wah, gak 4, 6. Mati, bro. Di ulti 2 kali langsung menghilang dia. Oke. Beres.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Beres. Quest complete. Nah, letting off Steam kedua. Tak ada berapa ini? Oke, udah beres. Balik lagi ke Highway, ngelapor sama si Meat. Habis itu ngerjain quest lagi. Jauh lagi. Yang gua heran tuh kenapa nggak dikasih titik-titik teleport gitu di sekitaran Highway ini. Jadi biar lebih cepet gitu. Begini mah satu misi kelar, laporan lagi, satu misi kelar, laporan lagi. Kenapa nggak langsung gitu kan sekalian gitu. Namanya juga ini ya, untuk memperlama gameplay biasanya.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Oh, satu lagi guys.
Right, the shielding. This one's
Oh,
a bit
sekarang
of a bugger.
bagian perisainya.
So,
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Hippocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Oh, gue ngerti nih. Dia nyari kayak lambung kapal gitu. Dia butuh bahan yang ringan, yang kayaknya bisa ngapung gitu guys. Kalau nggak buat pelindung apa tadi namanya, buat pelindung mesin supaya nggak meledak gitu ya. Sekarang kita berbicara dengan Hippocrates. Nah, mungkin dia tahu nih informasi tentang bahan itu. Gede banget ini headway-nya. Ih, halo ayang, ada ayang Jill. Ih, dia mengkhawatirkan kita. Aku juga khawatir. Kesini ya. Punten old man, I want to ask something.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine.
Pelindung untuk mesin
Whatever will that
mithril,
girl think of
kan?
next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist
Oh,
extreme heat on the inside.
pelindungnya bisa
and remain
melindungi
cool enough
dari
on the outside
panas
not
gitu.
to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Oke. Oh, jadi sebenarnya bahan yang dicari udah ada, cuma penanganannya aja yang berbeda, guys. Nah, kita akan meminta dua orang ini untuk membuat material yang diinginkan si Meat.
So you need a hand, do you?
Iya, aku butuh tangan. Ih, dua orang cakep lagi.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Pak, aku bisa meminta bantuanmu?
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Waduh, kita disuruh milih lagi. Siapa yang harus ikut sama kita? Speak with Hippocrates, okay.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Oke, Clive,
Who will accompany you on your little
membuat
excursion?
pesanmu. Siapa yang ingin kau bawa? Siapa ya? Ah, tentu saja Nengjil.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts.
Hmm?
Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
Oh, siap, Ayang.
Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Oke, Northreach. Sekarang kita pergi ke Northreach. Rupanya materialnya apa ya, tidak terlalu eksotik, cukup mudah ditemukan.
Where's Jill?
Nah, sekarang di mana Jill? Ayang aku di mana? Oh, dia di
How the
sana.
hell is anyone supposed to afford that price? All anyone ever wants anymore is water grape. How am I
Pasarnya
supposed to
jadi
make a living?
agak sepi ya semenjak hancurnya itu Mada Kristal.
Are those Pepio nuts? Can have a tap.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Oke, kita nyari pepio sama garam. Ini sebenarnya ngebuat bahan kapal apa sih? Ini mau ngebuat kapal atau ngebuat bahan masak-masakan ya?
What can I interest you in today?
Yeah, I want garlic, you know.
I hope it's to your liking.
Oke, terima kasih. Tinggal sekarang nyari kacang pepio. Wait.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Oke, kita dapat semua.
Nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiling another catch.
Bisa ada aja perbudakan di sini.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Tentu aja nih garlic dan pepper nuts.
Garlic and pepper nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Oh, tentu saja. Mau aku. Hitung-hitung ngedate lah. Widih, kita kayak camping gitu cuy. Romantis banget, gila.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once.
Untung gue gak milih Tarja tadi yang buat ngikut sama gue.
Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
Mau banget gue. Sharing pie bersama.
And I saw some bread.
Torgal pengen banget kayak mukanya.
Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You're right.
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, tentu tidak salah, Jill, untuk menikmati ini.
No, Jill.
Tidak, Jill.
This is how life should be.
Inilah seharusnya
This is how our
hidupan.
lives will be when our work is finally done.
Itu benar
And we
kata
can live
si
on our own
Clive.
terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Sama-sama. Aduh. Ih, manis banget senyumannya. Kok lu gak cipokan sih berdua? Dah.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Tarja. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Wih, sedikit momen indah ya. Demen nih gue bisa begini-gini nih. Ya. Memberikan sedikit momen romantik gitu. Tidak terlalu dipaksakan itu dan tidak terlalu terburu-buru. Tapi greget aja gitu ya. Kapan ciumannya gitu.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Laporan ke Harpocrates lagi ya. Kira langsung ke Mid loh laporannya.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
Bahan-bahannya udah dapet dan kita bisa memulai untuk membuat materialnya.
Mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway. under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice. Just
itu sangat menyenangkan
being with you.
bersama denganmu.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Terima kasih Hippocrates. Bijak banget nih orang tua ya. Nah, beres semua.
Give Mid the good news then.
Oke, mari kita sampaikan kabar baik ke Simit. Mana ya? Oh, belok sini juga bisa. Halo Mbak. Isi Pak. Nyapu lah yang bener, dipegangin doang. Nah, gitu.
I just started reading books that don't have any pictures.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and
Langsung
bring me the
dibuat
biggest
nih
hammer
kapalnya.
you can find. This is going to require some precision walloping.
Suara konstruksi tiba-tiba jeng jeng langsung jadi. Oh tuh beberapa saat kemudian. Jadi aja mesinnya.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you?
Suruh bikin 3 lagi.
Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Oh, oke.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Kirain suruh ngebuat lagi kan, 3 lagi. Satu aja bikin berminggu-minggu. Nah, beres.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bentar nih. Oke, dari percakapan yang gue denger nih ya. Ini anaknya si Cid, si Mid. Ya kan? Ini kan kita mengunjungin makamnya si Cid kan? Ya, kenapa si Otto pengen banget ngebawa si Mid itu? Karena si Mid anaknya si Cid. Wah, ntar deh. Wait. Coba kita...
Alright, Clive. Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Setnya kabur. Ah, bener-bener tuh bocah.
Is that the thing Tom's helped with?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy. Ya, si Mid kabur guys. Ya tuh pokoknya dia kayaknya kagak mau pergi ke makam bapaknya ya. Ya udahlah, kita juga mendapatkan surat dari pamannya nih. Kayaknya rupanya penting ya. Ya, my dear boy. Wow. Perjalananku ke kampur ya mencapai kesuksesan lah. Tuh, teman yang aku bilang tidak hanya setuju untuk berbagi informasi, tapi juga memberikan apa namanya ya pengetahuan terhadap pre-cities, bahasa apa dari new friend of you itu. Mr. Lemon project to be quiet. Oke. Oke, jadi dia ingin memiliki permintaan untuk ngebawa sigap ya sekitar 1 atau 2 bulan. That make me attack atas dari
Trouble in Canva.
Masalah di Canva.
I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Oh iya, kebetulan si Mid juga pengen ke Canva kan.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Oke, sekarang kita akan pergi ke ini ke Cheat Legacy. Oh, berarti makamnya si Cheat tuh dimakaminnya di tempat yang lama ya. Oh, udahlah, kita sigap sama si Cil bakal pergi ke sini. Pamannya kayaknya nunggu di situ juga ya sama si Mid. Mana si Jill kalau ngikut?
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Para orang-orang penting di Hathaway berziarah ya.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Oke. Saling berbagi tugas ya. Yang satu mata-mata, yang satu eksekusi, yang satu ya sebagai apa ya namanya? Ini sebagai pengalih perhatian, jadi merchant gitu, jadi pedagang. Nah, oke, guys. So we gonna go to Late Nick. Tujuan kita sekarang adalah Drake Tail yang berada di wilayah Dominion. Buset, lubang gede banget ya. Isinya apaan ini sini? Nah, kita akan menghancurkan ke sini, guys. Menghancurkan Mother Crystal ini nih, yang paling besar di dunia Final Fantasy 16 inilah pokoknya. So, apa yang akan kita lawan di sini nanti? Apa yang ada di dalam dari Mother Crystal ini? Kejutan apa yang akan menanti kita? Ya, kita akan lihat di video selanjutnya ya. So, terima kasih sudah nonton. Jangan lupa like, jangan lupa subscribe channel gua agar channel gua makin berkembang. Jika kalian punya kritik dan saran, silahkan berikan aja di kolom komentar. Oke, terima kasih yang sudah nonton. See you next time. Bye-bye. Dah, antuk. Tidur.